Thank you for watching, listening. Totally stoked to have you here. And of course, you need to subscribe because we have amazing content, fantastic jokes. We have cool guests as well, interviews that we do, and we're continuing our series on Christmas time. So we're going to jump into that, but in just a quick second before, we're going to do a fantastic joke. Like I said, fantastic. So, how do you make an octopus laugh with 10 tickles? Tentacles, get it? 10. I know, you're like, oh, that's awful. It is. But again, the method to the madness is start at a low point and everything goes up from there. So we got that out of the way. So we're doing Christmas time. And we're looking at Christmas through the lens of time and Jesus' birth through the lens of time. Last week we looked at the fullness of time from Galatians 4 verse 4. This week I want us to look at time for visitors, right? I don't know about you, but Christmas feels to me like it has a lot of people, lots of people in it. Lots of people in the sense of parties, you know, we do festivities, we do baking, we do presents, and we do, you know, dinners, meals, you know, eggnog lattes, if you like those. You know, we wait in line with people, and it's just people. So Christmas and people, time for visitors. When you think about it with Jesus' birth, because again, that's what Christmas is all about, Jesus' birth, there was time for visitors and unexpected guests. So if you think about it, the shepherds in Luke 2, verses 8 through 18, the shepherds were in the field at night outside of Bethlehem, had the divine visitation from the angels, told them about a baby born, you know, in a manger, and the shepherds come and visit and celebrate Jesus' birth. So pretty much right around the night of Jesus' birth, right around the day, like within a short proximity, Mary and Joseph are hosting shepherds who've come to worship the newborn king. It seems like odd, but they're hosting visitors. And if you've just had a baby, you know, hosting people isn't always like at the top of your, ooh, I'm really excited to have people come and visit me when I've just had a baby. That's not really the most common time to have visitors, but there was time for visitors. Visitors including shepherds, who were more like blue-collar dudes, living in fields, you know, looking after sheep. Maybe a little smelly, had probably some social challenges maybe, but a time for visitors. And at the same time, they also had visitors from the Magi. We read about them in Matthew 2, verses 1 to 12. Magi from the east, the wise men. And these visitors, unexpected, both the shepherds and the Magi, both somewhat opposite types of groups of people, but both visitors. Visitors who came to honor, celebrate, worship the newborn King, the birth of Jesus, to acknowledge God coming into human existence. Time for visitors. And I think it's interesting that Joseph and Mary hosted not only the shepherds, but they also hosted the Magi, the wise men. And I think sometimes if we're not careful in this season, we get really busy and we don't always make time for people. Or we may have time that just we kind of flit across and we're like, you know, stones skipping on the water, little dips here and there with people, ping, 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 ping. And some of it tends to be obligatory. You know, oh, I have to go to this, or I have to say, or we want to, but really let's be careful that we take time for people during this season. And sometimes, you know, if you think about love, there's lots of ways to express love. You know, 5 love languages. One of those is time. Time. And maybe that's your love language is time. Maybe it's not. But people and time are a very integral piece of expressing love, receiving love. And I appreciate that Joseph and Mary hosted people, gave time for visitors, people that they didn't know, but they respected, honored their contribution, participation in Jesus' birth. So I think it's really important for us to consider that and consider what that looks like for us in a busy season, but that we also take time and give time for people. So thank you for subscribing. Hit the notification bell right there. We'll keep you posted with new content. And here's a question for you to answer now. How do you make time for people in this season? You're like, I don't. Well, then say that, but put it in the comments now because I really like to hear your feedback. Thanks again for watching, listening. We'll catch you next week.